Good evening and welcome to Bear News 101. I'm Hunter Phipps and today I'm joined here with UNC President Andy Feinstein. Al Feinstein has been the president here since July of 2018 and he joins us now. Andy, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Hunter. Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
Of course, glad to have you as always. We'll jump right in. So you've been here since 2018, as I mentioned, and July will mark your fourth full year as UNC president. So I was just curious about what are your favorite parts about your role as president here at UNC?
Well, my favorite part about this university are the students and being able to get to know them, enjoy their company, see them at sporting events like last night at the basketball game. What an incredible game that was, and cheering on our Bears in a really exciting comeback, down by 17 points, winning in the last couple of seconds. Hearing the students scream and yell along with me was just a blast. I like walking the campus and saying hi to people, getting to know them and their experiences at the university is also a wonderful part of my time here.
Obviously, it's been an eventful 4 years during your time here, but what do you feel has been the most impactful moment you've been a part of while being president here?
Well, the good and the bad. I mean, the most impactful moments have been around the pandemic, to be frank with you. It's been a very difficult 2 years, not only at UNC, but nationally. But the way we've really weathered these challenges has been remarkable. The resilience, the hard work, the creativity of our faculty, students, and staff to really overcome one of the most challenging experiences in time this country has ever had. It's certainly something that we should be proud of, how we've been able to address those challenges.
Absolutely. I was curious about some of the leadership skills that are required to go through an unknown situation like this. What did you learn, something that you might have used before or something new during your time as leadership trying to guide this university through this?
Well, I think first, it's realizing that you're going to make a lot of mistakes and you're going to have to make decisions when you don't have all the information. And so early on, our team, our vice presidents, our deans, we were working literally around the clock in trying to ensure that we maintain the health and safety of our campus community. And we had to make decisions about closing campus, moving classes online, mandating vaccines, mandating masks like we're wearing right now, many times doing those without all the information available to us, but trying to do absolutely what we could to maintain the health and safety of this campus. And you know, I learned that sometimes we acted too swiftly, sometimes we acted too slowly. We learned to be flexible and change course when we had to. I also learned to give people some flexibility to also make mistakes and allow that to happen and to realize that we're all human beings and we need to work together to address some of the challenges that have come before us in the last 2 years.
Obviously, working together has helped us get through this, return to in-person classes, which is exciting. It's been exciting for me to be back in class as well. But my next question for you is, you've had different roles at different universities throughout your career, but how has your role at UNC been different from any other university you've worked at before?
Well, you're right. I've been at a number of universities, and this university, for me, is a very special place because of the relationships I have with faculty, students, and staff. And I came from California, and although I love California, I really relish that kind of Midwestern vibe, the experience I have here, where people really want to build relationships. And it's not just in the classroom, it's not just on campus. I see that when I go out to restaurants, when I go to the grocery store in Greeley, when I wear my Bear logoed sweatshirts and t-shirts and people stop and say hello. It just has created a really magical place for me to be a part of.
Absolutely. UNC is definitely a unique place growing up here. My parents being alumni from UNC, I've definitely understood what UNC means to this community. So you are on the Greeley Downtown Development Authority board. So I was curious, how does that role work alongside your role here at UNC?
Sure. Well, when I arrived here, one of my priorities was really building a strong relationship with Greeley, the town, the city, and the university. And so some of the ways that I did that was I joined the Downtown Development Authority, and I'm a part of helping revitalize downtown, not only for the benefit of Greeley, but really also the benefit of our community, our students. I want them to have experiences on the weekends and the evenings in restaurants and shops and stores. I think that's really important. I also was able to join the board of directors for the Greeley Chamber of Commerce and get a better understanding of all the businesses that are here in Greeley, that many of our students go to work before or after they graduate, or even
Mm-hmm.
while they're going to school here.
Absolutely.
And so, those are kind of ways in which I've learned how to better understand the Greeley community, but also ways in which I can help and assist in that kind of town and gown relationship. So, for instance, in the Downtown Development Authority, we spend a lot of time incentivizing businesses to come to downtown Greeley. You may have seen the Natural Grocers that just opened up in downtown Greeley.
Yeah.
We have new apartments that have opened up, new restaurants, the Hatchet House. There's a lot of things happening. And so to be a part of that and share my experiences in other communities in a way to try to help the downtown area, be all that it can be is very exciting. And I look forward to doing more of that.
Absolutely. I think all of us would agree a better downtown would be better overall for Greeley and UNC. But I wanted to get your opinion on this. I've grown up in Greeley my whole life, and I've seen the drastic difference between the west side and downtown.
Yeah.
You can see the differences. So how would the modernization of downtown Greeley impact UNC?
Well, it's so close to us. I mean, I've walked it. You can take, a scooter, or you can drive down there, and it gives folks like me a chance in the daytime to go grab a bite and lunch with some of my colleagues. But it also opens up experiences in the evening. If you want to go to a movie at the Crest Theater, or go see a concert at Moxie, or go throw, like I said, axes at the Hatchet House, those are all things that are available to you downtown. If you want to go sit on the patio in the summertime, in the Rio, if you want to go see a concert on a Friday night,
Mm-hmm.
those experiences really make the downtown special. And I think seeing what I've experienced in the last couple of years there, we're just getting started. There is so much happening and planned for downtown. I think what you're going to see in the next decade is a completely revitalized downtown area that's going to draw students not only to UNC, but it's going to draw our students to the downtown area to experience that and live down there and really enjoy the kind of vibrancy of the college downtown and what it should be.
Absolutely. I think all students would agree a better downtown experience, even with great experiences now, would be a lot better for the campus and the city overall.
And it's going to happen. I mean, I think if you drive 8th Avenue right now, you can see all those new apartments.
Absolutely.
You can see the grocery store that opened up. You'll also see that a bunch of buildings have been bought, and I've seen the plans. They are building more retail, more restaurants, more shops, more stores. It's coming.
I think we need more retail.
We do.
I'm excited for that.
I am too.
Along with the upgrades to downtown Greeley, we're seeing upgrades at UNC, and there's a lot happening right now. So I just wanted to get your opinion. What has been your favorite campus upgrade?
Well, there's a number of things. I'll speak about the campus community, then something personal for me.
Okay.
Next week, the Empower Center officially opens, and this is a brand new 10,000 square foot sports performance center for our student athletes, something this campus has been trying to do for over a decade. It is going to, I think, be revolutionary in the way in which we train our student athletes, make them better prepared to play sports. And it's also going to attract, you can imagine, students to come to campus here when they see that space. So it's been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
I've walked the facilities. They are amazing. I want to work out there when no one else is in there, of course, because I don't think I can bench as much as some of those players can, but I'm excited about that. That's probably the biggest thing that I'm going to see as far as exciting space. Now, personally, I've really gotten into rock climbing, and I love going to our rock climbing wall and spending time with our students that work there and kind of helped me. They've taken pity on me in learning how to rock climb, and they've done a lot of improvements and enhancements in our recreation facilities. So for me, like personally, I love that. The other one, of course, I have to mention is our brand new disc golf course. I'm an avid disc golfer.
Mm-hmm.
When I got here, we had a small 9-hole course that really was, I would call it a beginner course. And working with a number of the disc golfers, we have a huge disc golfing community, not only on campus with our disc golf team, but also in the town. They came together and said, Andy, we want a better disc golf course, and we're going to help you. One of my friends, Jeff Torrey, helped me design that course. We put in 14 baskets. It just finished up recently.
That's right.
And it is a championship level course. It can be as easy as you want, and it can challenge some of the best players in the state. So that was a huge upgrade, just opened up, and hopefully you, and I'd love to take you out and play around with you.
Oh, I'd love to play disc golf. I used to play disc golf in high school when we do it for one of my high school classes, and I enjoyed it then, so I'd love to play sometime.
Let's do it.
All right. So with all the upgrades, how do they improve UNC overall?
Yeah. Well, certainly the most important thing that we provide here is the educational experience. We want students to come here, get a great education in the classroom, and go out and be productive citizens of our community. But education is more than just what you learn in the classroom. It's about the overall experience that you get at a university. And so
Absolutely.
I think back to my time as an undergraduate student, and what I really remember are the relationships that I built with other people, and those experiences happened at athletic events, they happened in the dining facilities, they happened in the rec facilities, they happened just by walking across campus. So I really believe that what we need to provide is not only excellence in the classroom, which we do, but I also want to provide those services that really support the growth of our students and the relationships that they build that last a lifetime.
Absolutely. It's very important, the student experience and what they're gaining here during their time. Another upgrade that's been happening is the Osteopathic School. So you recently went down to Denver and appealed in front of the State Senate Education Committee, and you got approval to open it up. So I was just curious, what is the next step in that process?
Sure. So we have a long way to go. We're in the beginning stages, but everything is looking very positive. We're actually in the midst of hiring our founding dean for the Osteopathic Medical College. Applications are being reviewed right now by a committee comprised of members of our campus. My hope is that a founding dean will start here at the end of the semester.
Oh, wow.
We will see. We've also applied to accreditation from the Commission on Osteopathic College Accreditation, so we're in applicant status. That allows us to start building the program for our first cohort of students in the fall of 2025.
Okay.
We've raised about $6 million of cash from our friends, our donors, to support this program. And I think that there's a lot more work to do, but those are all exciting components. We have still some ideas of where we might locate this facility. We're looking at Bishop Lair.
Right.
I've also had in discussions with the city about the possibility of even building it off campus.
Oh, wow.
But it's just an exciting opportunity for us to address not only the needs of our campus, but this is the needs of our state and country, building a medical school that provides physicians for the future. And Colorado certainly needs that. I mean, we are not meeting the needs of the state for healthcare providers. And we can also see that there's explosive growth in population in Colorado that we can address. I think there's also opportunities for us to provide education for a more diverse doctor population, to look at rural-based education, medical education for our rural communities. And those are all, I think, incredible opportunities that we're going to be investigating in the years to come.
Absolutely. It sounds like an incredible opportunity for UNC to grow and expand. So my next question would be, how would an osteopathic school change the image and perception of UNC around the state?
Oh, it's a game changer. It is a huge game changer. First, it's going to bring attention to Greeley as a destination campus for healthcare education, not only for medicine, but also we have one of the best, if not the best, nursing program in the state. We have all kinds of other health-related, allied health-related programs that are going to flourish alongside with this medical school, and it's going to attract students here to go to pre-med. They're going to be coming here to get a biology degree, a chemistry degree, and they're going to get excited about what healthcare education means at UNC. And we're going to be working closely with our hospital friends at Banner and UC Health. And I believe that Greeley is going to be a healthcare hub for all of North and Northeast Colorado in the years to come, and we're going to be leading the way.
That sounds very exciting. So with more changes at UNC, I recently heard of the closure of the French and German departments.
Yes.
I just wanted to understand what the decision was behind that.
Sure, and the provost and the dean, and the chair have been discussing, ways in which we need to address and ensure that we have a portfolio of academic offerings that our students want to take and allow us to really be moving the institution forward.
Okay.
The difficult thing in those two examples that you provide is they've been under-enrolled for years. I think, in fact, there's less than 10 students in those two programs in French and German, and it really isn't a program that students have been interested in taking for many years. And so it's really important for us, with the resources that we do have, to make decisions in supporting programs that are flourishing and growing, and not necessarily to focus on programs in which there really isn't an interest for students to take. And I think those are very difficult decisions.
Obviously.
And we take those decisions very seriously. We made sure that the students that are in those programs have an opportunity to complete their degrees here.
Okay.
But we'll be looking at more programs, both in growth as well as adjustment in the years to come, as we should be. For instance, we've opened up a number of Bachelors of Fine Arts programs recently. We've opened up some new health sciences programs as well. And I think we need to start looking very carefully at technology and computer science on this campus.
Absolutely.
We need to look at other opportunities in health areas and also expanding our business portfolio of courses, as well as in the fine arts and humanities. So I think that the evolution of the curriculum is something that we need to spend some time on this campus. It has to be driven clearly with the conversations and direction of faculty.
Okay.
But we're going to make some tough decisions moving forward, like many universities have done. And I think unfortunately for German and French, this isn't a campus that's going to be offering majors in that in the long run. Not to say that we can't offer a class in German or French in the future if students want to take that class, if there's enough interest in it.
Absolutely.
But clearly offering degrees in these programs is something for a long time that students are not interested in taking.
So there's been less than 10 people in the programs overall over a long period of time?
I think right now, and I could be mistaken, but I have been told that there are a total of 7 majors in both of those programs combined.
Okay. That's very interesting. Obviously, that's a tough decision, but I just wanted to get your
Of
update
course.
on that. So obviously, as we mentioned before with COVID, in-person classes are going strong. We've continued to battle through the pandemic. But if there was another spike in cases, what would you do to kind of counteract that, if anything?
Do we have to go there? I don't want to talk about spiking cases anymore. I'm done. I am done with the pandemic.
No, I am
I'm done
too.
with Omicron.
I am
I'm done
too.
with Delta. The good news is this. I think that the data is showing that we are on the tail end of the pandemic, and we're on the tail end of Omicron. Not to say that it's going to be completely gone,
Right.
but we have seen a precipitous decline in the number of cases, even in the last couple of weeks, down by over 30 or 40%, just in the last couple of weeks.
Right.
I think you'll see in the state and continued reduction of mandates like masks
Okay.
in public spaces. You've already seen that in Larimer County. We haven't had one in Weld County for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there yet for removing masks at the university yet.
Okay.
I think we're such a large campus with over 10,000 people here
Right.
that are obviously in close quarters a lot of the time. I think we're going to wait for CDC and CDPHE guidance, the Colorado Department of Public Health
Okay.
and Environment, to really give us guidance. And we're also talking to other universities in Colorado before we make that decision. But I think we're getting pretty close to hopefully being able to remove masks in the months to come. It might be after spring break,
Okay.
but I think we're getting pretty close. Now, answer your question, if there's another spike, another variant,
Let's hope. not.
let's hope not. But I will tell you, I think that we have done a remarkably good job of addressing everything that's come at us with this. Whether we've come together as a campus and addressed the mask mandate, addressed mandating vaccines, or even the booster to keep us healthy and safe. We'll do the same thing. At this point, after 2 years of this work, the leadership team of this campus, as well as the faculty and staff and students, have really become very flexible and understanding of the work that has to be done. And that will continue on this campus in the years to come.
Absolutely. We've done a lot of work, and I'm sure students are pretty excited to have the hope of the mask mandate ending after spring break.
Yes.
So my last question. Maybe. Let's not get our hopes up just yet. So my last question for you is this. We've talked about the good and bad, but why is right now a good time to enroll in UNC?
This is a great university. And as we talked about, the programs that we have here are world class. The excitement about what's happening in downtown Greeley, the excellence in our athletic programs, the recognitions and accolades we're getting in business and science, in nursing, in our performing arts, really make this place a special place. And what I like about it, I've been at some huge universities. I was the provost at a university with 35,000 students. The experience that you can have here, the intimate, smaller classroom experiences, the relationship you can build, I think make this place very special. And then its location. I lived in California before this. I lived in Nevada. Living in Colorado is a special place. I like to hike, I like to climb 14ers, I like to ski. So I take full advantage of everything this state has to offer so far. That's a special place as well. And then I think there's so much in our future for success here. And there's such a wonderful group of faculty here to support our students that it's a place that I think people should take careful consideration in coming here. And I think that they won't be disappointed.
Sounds like there's a lot of potential and a lot of growth to happen in the future. Well, thank you, President Feinstein, for your time. It was an enjoyable time to have a conversation with you.
My pleasure, Hunter.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. I'm Hunter Phipps, and thank you for watching Bear News 1-on-1.